Same teams, different year, one game shorter?
Get 3 times points on travel and dining. On everything you eat, everywhere you go. With Chase Sapphire Reserve. Make more of what's yours.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Gigantic Tuesday. Yes, so glad you could be with us here this evening. Game 6 of the Stanley Cup Finals between the Edmonton Oilers, and the Florida Panthers. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the broadcast booth. I'm Ronnie Vadine here with you all. Well, the Oilers started out pretty darn good in this series, and then all of a sudden, right in the middle of Game 2, I don't even know what happened there. They struggled through Game 3. They got absolutely blown out in Game 3. And then Game 4, of course, that was quite the game in and of itself. But Game 5, complete domination from Florida once again. And now we are here at Game 6. Edmonton, they are playing a lot worse, to be honest with you, in this year's Stanley Cup Final than they did in last year's Stanley Cup Final. At this point, we weren't even sure if Edmonton was going to complete the comeback. Yeah, they were up 3-2, and yeah, they were down 3-0 at one point, but, was it real, to be honest with you? Well, is tonight going to be the night that, we see another collapse again, or are we going to see Edmonton fighting for their lives to make sure they stay alive and force a Game 7 Friday night back in their home? Which, we thought that was going to play a factor Saturday night for Game 5. It had absolutely no effect whatsoever. I mean, if you have one fan basically switching teams, taking off his Edmonton jersey and, having on underneath it a Florida one, then that really says a lot. And especially on how some of the fans think the rest of the series is going to go. But I am holding out hope. If any team is going to win the Stanley Cup, any Canadian team within the next 5 years, I think it's Edmonton. So hopefully they do me proud tonight and Friday night as well. So, yeah, that is all I got for the pregame show. Also tonight we will be covering the X's there in Fargo tonight. So we're about 2.5, 3 minutes away from puck drop. So for now, we'll listen on to Danny Vaughn and John Colavita. For the X's, it's their first of a 3-game series. Right now, they're doing the Canadian national anthem. So. Don't kill me. Okay, we're good. We're going to keep Danny Vaughn up for now. Full volume.
Rico in the Winter League as well this last offseason 3-1. There it is on the inside corner, but it's 3-2. And Jet Mitten just rung him up and said, "Nope, wait, my bad." Mitten just rung him up but realizes, wait, it's 3-1. My bad. Oops.
It happens
Here's
sometimes.
A payout pitch. Now I can ring him up if he gets the strike. If not, him awful. This one fouled our way and over our head. And Jack puts the fish net out, and he was ready. But it went right over, really more my way than Jack's way. But Jack was ready. Jack Mike's good dude, man. Good guy. Watch those Red Ox. 3-2 payoff. It's going to be on the inside corner. That'll ring him up right there. Now Jet Mitten can kind of nonchalantly say, yeah, there's strike 3 and there's out.
Yeah, and it's 1-0. So there you go.
No errors, man.
Yeah, so let's see, where are they at now? Yeah, they're still doing national anthem. In fact, they just started now. Our national anthem, so yeah. I think we're going to take, we're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we'll have puck drop. Don't go anywhere. After this commercial break, sponsored by Elta
Be
MD.
clear. Trusted by derms. Loved by skin. Elta MD.
Schlitz, coming at you. When you order a Schlitz, you don't think about the months it takes us to brew and age it. But the long, careful, golden age of Schlitz is what makes it America's choicest premium beer.
When you're out of Schlitz, you're disaster. You're out of beer, Schlitz.
Stop, stop, stop. Welcome back, everybody. Well, we are ready for puck drop down in Sunrise, even though we're not there. Imagine if we were actually in Sunrise, but no, we're just in the comfort of our own homes watching this. Well, I'll take a look at the starting goaltenders for tonight's game. For Edmonton, they're putting back Stuart Skinner in. He was pulled in Game 3, pulled in Game 4. It did not even start in Game 5, but I guess now they've got enough confidence in him. And then, of course, Sergei Bobrovsky for Florida. Won't have enough time for their stats, but we are off and underway, and just like that, an offsides is called 10 seconds in. Boy, the Florida crowd going crazy early. I'll tell you that much. Okay, we're going to turn down Danny Vaughn just a little bit. There we go. Face-off will come right in front of the Florida bench. Barkov wins the draw, taken back there by Gustav Forsling. He'll send it off the boards into the hands. Or in fact, no, it just went right past him because it's an icing. Well, let's see if McDavid can save this Oilers team from another finals defeat. Oh my. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. McDavid at the draw with Barkov. Again, here's Ekholm right off the draw. Shot got blocked. Here's Bouchard with it there. Right around center ice. Here's Forsling now with it. Sorry, I'm still in my basketball mindset here. Forsling dumps it back behind the net there. Stuart Skinner. There's Ekholm with it now. Ekholm in a scramble for. Picked up there, McDavid, feeding it on out. Corey Perry with it. Sends it out towards center ice there. Nico Mikkola will take this one. Mikkola up the left side. Boy, and Perry absolutely blows up. I didn't even know who that was, but here's Kulak with it now. Kulak sent out towards center ice. It'll roll into the hands there of Seth Jones. Jones, oh, he slipped and fell with the puck. And then Mikkola went down. Puck's in a scramble forward. Losterinen now with it. Right out there in front, Evander Kane. Shot save made Bobrovsky. Rebound loose in front of the crease. And it is covered up eventually. I thought Bobrovsky had it all covered up at first, but... Oh, it was Perry on Marchand. Well, he deserved it anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, Marchand, after all the stuff he's done over these last, 16 years of his career, yeah. Oh, I think Bobrovsky, looking at the replay, he did have it, he just wasn't confident. Anyway, Bennett will take the draw here with, get out of the way, Zebra, Draisaitl. Anyway, puck will roll into the corner there for Kapanen. Kapanen in a scramble for, into the hands there of Sam Bennett. Bennett sends it into the hands of Kachuk there at center, now taken there by Draisaitl. Draisaitl feeds it on across for Kulak. Kulak towards center ice. There's a shot there. Kane, it went wide. Now picked up there by Sam Bennett in the corner. Bennett sent out towards center ice. Bennett rolls through some defenders. Here's Kachuk. A shot went wide. Now Nico Mikkola does a nice job of keeping it in here. Mikkola has it. Now he'll roll into the corner. Pressured by Frederick. Here's Mikkola with it down there in the corner behind the net. There now. Ekblad will send it back in behind the net. Or is that Bennett? Yeah. Here's Draisaitl with it. Draisaitl. Into the hands here of Darnell Nurse out towards center ice. Nurse will clear it down into the corner. Nurse back behind the net there. Nico Mikkola. Now Evander Kane's there. So there's a couple of other folks. traffic jam for the puck. Now taken out towards the blue line. There's a shot went wide from Jake Wallman. In the corner, Henrique battles with it with Nosek. Behind the net, Trent Frederick with it. Out towards the blue line, Wallman. Wallman feeds it on across Klingberg. Fires it up high off the glass. Here's Klingberg now with it. Takes a shot. Just went wide. Gadjevich. Now Wallman with it. Taken there by Nico Mikkola. He'll try and clear it. It's not out though. It's dumped into the hands of Skinner. Shot went up high and wide. Jeff Skinner, not Stuart Skinner. Here's Skinner, a shot save made by Bobrovsky. Oh, and some extras going on afterwards, because, well, why not? 3 minutes have gone here in this first period. Edmonton already 4 shots compared to Florida's 0. We knew Edmonton would come out swinging here in Game 6, but let's see if they can keep it up for the next 57 minutes. Maybe, God forbid, score something. Face-off will come to the left here of Bobrovsky. Well, if Edmonton can decide who they want out on the ice, that would help. There we go. Bennett will take the draw with, who is that, Henrique? I believe so. Oh, it was Janmark. Whatever, Janmark with it down there into the hands of Matthew Tkachuk. And he goes flying. Here's Rodriguez with it. Rodriguez sent out towards center, dumped back behind the net there, Skinner. Now Brett Kulak with it. Pushes away Tkachuk. Rodriguez and, let's see, who is that? Brown battling for it behind the net. Connor Brown trying to get it out. Back into the hands of Evan Rodriguez. Back to Nate Schmidt. Pass across Dmitry Kulikov. Sends it back in behind the net. Rodriguez again. Out there to Kulikov. Pass across to Nate Schmidt. Takes a shot. Got deflected. Save made by Stuart Skinner. Kulak with it. Feeds it into the hands there of Matthias Janmark. Nice pass across Darnell Nurse off the boards out towards center ice. Picked up Podkolzin. He'll send it into the hands of Stuart Skinner. Brett Kulak now will handle this one behind the net. Kulak, long toss out towards center ice. Picked up there now, Sam Reinhart, he gets a touch on it. Gustav Forsling will take this one. Feeds it on over there towards Reinhart. Dumps it back behind the net. Skinner plays it pretty dangerously, I might add, for Hagee. Chips it back behind the net there for Barkov. And a scramble for it. Frederick with it behind the net. Bouchard battling for it. Now here's Ekholm down there in the corner. Ekholm sends it up the left side. Ekholm again feeds it on over there towards Bouchard. Bouchard giving away. Here's Reinhart. Takes a shot. He scores! Sam Reinhart! What a goal! Florida on the board first. Oh my goodness, boy. Holy smokes. We got to see this one again. Bouchard doesn't handle it very well, and then Reinhart just flies right on by Ekholm. And on his back, shoots it into the back of the net, basically. Oh my. My goodness. Florida, that's how you take an early lead. Well, for Sam Reinhart, that'll be his 8th goal on the postseason. Seems like he should have a lot more, but here's Marchand with it. Well, especially after that one, I'll tell you that much. Here's Lundell with it. Takes a shot, save made by Skinner. Boy, that was on the first Florida shot of the game. Yeah, Ekholm, he played it nicely there to Bouchard, but, you know, he just couldn't get a handle on it. I mean, it's not really Bouchard's fault, but... Boy, oh boy. Face-off will come to the right of Skinner. Face-off, so Lundell off the draw, save made by Skinner. Now Florida applying the pressure here.
tracked it down there about 8 or 9 steps in right center.
Well, Florida, they've outscored the Oilers 12-4 in the first period in this series.
Corners and one down, gonna get out there.
Face-off will come to the right here of Stuart Skinner. Of course, they're doing the Skinner chants. You gotta love it. Oh my. Henrique will take the draw with Nosek. Nosek wins the draw. Puck will roll out towards the blue line. Now behind the net, AJ Greer with it right out there in front. Save made by Skinner. Woo, baby. From Gadjevich. Seth Jones now with it. Will dump it in back behind the net. AJ Greer. Now Nosek with it. Picked up Henrique, and then he gets slammed there by AJ Greer. Puck sent into the hands of Brett Kulak there at center. Kulak taken away, though, by Nosek behind the net. Nosek around the boards. Here's AJ Greer with it. Greer, puck sent down into the corner there. Jeff Skinner plays it around the boards. Brett Kulak with it. Off the boards out towards center ice there. Kasperi Kapanen, he can't get a handle on it. Sam Bennett now will take it behind the net here of Bobrovsky. Bennett taken away. Kapanen feeds it on over there. Forsberg. Or not Forsberg. What am I saying? What am I thinking? Klingberg. Here's Klingberg with it there. There, I got it right. Jeez Louise. Puck sent out towards center ice there for Sam Bennett. Bennett off the boards there for Rodriguez. There at center, Klingberg. Little poke check there. Couple of them there by Kane. Now taking their Nugent Hopkins with it there. Waldman back behind the net. Taken there by Nate Schmidt in a scramble forward down there in the corner. Taking there Nugent Hopkins. Boy, he's basically holding Kulikov, but here's Reinhart with it. Reinhart there at center. Reinhart, Waldman takes it away from him. Barkov takes it down in the corner. Barkov, Reinhart. There's a shot got blocked. Now Verhaeghe with it, taken there by Reinhart. Here's Verhaeghe down there in the corner. Verhaeghe out towards Ekblad. Takes a shot got blocked. Now taken out towards center ice. Verhaeghe again. Feeds it on Barkov. Nice pass for Verhaeghe. Takes a shot, went wide. Here's Marchand with it. Taken there by Draisaitl. Sent out towards center ice. Bobrovsky out of his net to play it. Garbled up there by Perry. Now taken there behind the net there by Barkov. Sent out for Hagee. Feeds it out towards center ice. And this will be an icing. 12:42 left to go. I think we should go into a commercial here. Nope, okay. I guess not. Anyway. Face-off will come. Oh, yeah, to the right of Borowski. Barkov wins the draw. Here's Verhaeghe with it. Verhaeghe off the boards. Sent out towards center ice. Taken there by Matthias Ekholm. Ekholm back behind the net. Sent up towards the left side there. David now into the hands. Corey Perry sends it towards the net, and that one's covered up by Bobrovsky. Now we'll go to a break. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere.
Edgar, would you take the voice of this lovely woman, Mrs. Trump, and put it into this damn hay? Why? To tell the world the benefits of Aflac with sex appeal. Brilliant, sir! I know. Now throw the switch.
If you're hurt and can't work, Aflac can help pay your bills with cash.
Genius! And her? Aflac! Whoa! With this online-only deal from Buffalo Wild Wings Go, you get 20 boneless wings and fries for $16.99. That's enough to feed you and, like, 2 friends. Or 1 if you're selfish. And I am selfish.
Consider the care and feeding of a motor vehicle. City buses lack diesel fuel. Little fellas take economy gas. gasoline. Folks in the middle go for regular. And powerful cars use premium. But a car that knocks needs Gulf No-Nox. No-Nox is a special premium with additives that stop cars from knocking. Imagine what No-Nox can do for a car that doesn't knock. Try a little and see.
Welcome back, everybody. 12:23 left to go here in this first period. Florida up 1-0. Edmonton, they got off to a decent start, but, well, ever since that goal, it's been pretty much all Florida. So, yeah, face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Face-off's won. It's immediately cleared down ice. They're now Bouchard with it. Taking their Draisaitl now for McDavid. McDavid up the right side into the corner. McDavid. Corey Perry got tripped up there. Reinhardt now with it in a scramble for. Kapanen's there. So is Perry and Forsling. Ekholm now taking there. Reinhardt. Into the hands of Verhaeghe out towards center. Verhaeghe sent back behind the net there. Stuart Skinner will take this one. Feeds it on over. Bouchard now flips it back the other way there. Draisaitl in the corner. Taking away Verhaeghe behind the net. Verhaeghe sent out towards the point there to Jones. Jones takes a shot, went wide. Picked up there. Bouchard trying to clear it out. He gets it only into the hands of Connor Brown. Sent out towards center. Nico Mikkola with it. Picked up Connor Brown. Marchand a little poke check up into the air. Verhaeghe gets, Luostarinen gets it away. Podkolzin will take it behind the net. Podkolzin up the left side. He'll cross center. Now dumps it back behind the net there. Sergei Bobrovsky plays it around the boards there for Matthias Janmark. Janmark into the hands there of Luostarinen. Puck sent down into the corner there for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt in the corner, taken there by Matthias Janmark. Janmark gets tripped up there by Tkachuk. Now he'll take it out towards center ice. Dumped back behind the net there, Bobrovsky. Here's Tkachuk down there in the corner. Tkachuk sends it 200 feet for an icing.
Yeah, guys, for the Edmonton Oilers, so much talk this morning about getting off to a good start, trying to start this game with the lead. Obviously, that hasn't happened, but Paul Maurice...
Yeah, so I'm disappointed. They popping shot.
And he said, you know what, that team on the other side, there is no more dangerous team in National Hockey League. When their risk profile changes, then...
Face-off will come to the right here, Bobrovsky. Face-off's won. Here's Kapanen out towards the blue line. There's a shot went wide of Bobrovsky. Kulikov with it. Kulikov sent off the boards towards the blue line. Dumped back behind the net. In the corner, taken there by Luostarinen. Luostarinen mishandled there, Nugent Hopkins. And a scramble for a Kane. Will fire it back the other way there for Klingberg. Klingberg sends it wide of the net of Bobrovsky. Puck goes flying in the air. There now, back for Klingberg. Klingberg on Wallman, a shot covered up there by Bobrovsky. Joy and some extras going on afterwards. Boy. Oh my. Well, now the tensions have calmed at least. Somewhat. Oh my. So, and that's not what Edmonton needs. But although if you're Evander Kane, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, geez Louise.
Look out down there. Grandstand here, the green seats go basically from coaching box to coaching box. It's a horseshoe grandstand.
So now we'll skate 4-on-4. Bennett's in the box, so is Evander Kane. Face-off will come to the right here, Bobrovsky. Draisaitl will take the draw here with Sasha Barkov. Barkov wins the draw. Puck will roll into the hands there of Aaron Ekblad almost immediately. Sent out towards center ice. Wallman with it now. Wallman back behind the net. Gets it there to Bouchard. Bouchard there to McDavid towards center. Connor McDavid up the right side. Down into the corner. There's Forsling with it. He'll go down. Draisaitl on out towards the blue line. Wallman there. Bouchard shot save made by Bobrovsky. And now taken out towards center ice. There now for Reinhart. Reinhart tried to dump one in. Now it's Bouchard taking it there. Draisaitl crossing center. Draisaitl out towards the blue line. Draisaitl, nice pass across McDavid. Shot save made by Bobrovsky. And taken there by Forsling. That was Kulak, rather, I should say. Taken there, Niko Mikkola back behind the net. Mikkola sent out towards the blue line. Taken there, Anton Lundell. Lundell there. Marchand, he gets tripped up. And no penalty, I don't think. Here's Lundell with it. At least not from any of the orange striped zebras I could see. Connor Brown with it. And a scramble forward there. Now Lundell back behind the net. Hang on, I gotta get my computer plugged in. Okay, there we go. Here's Connor Brown with it, crossing up center. Connor Brown slides down into the corner. Puck sent there by Lundell out towards center ice. Excuse me. On there, Klingberg. Nice moves, trying to get past Nate Schmidt. Taking there, Evan Rodriguez with it. Down there into the corner, Rodriguez. Sent out for Hagee. Nate Schmidt with it now. Schmidt out towards center there for Rodriguez. Rodriguez now for Hagee with it. Taken away here. Here's Henrique with it. Henrique in a scramble forward. Back here at full strength. Nice toss. It's tipped down into the corner, and icing is called.
Speaking of bullpens, you can't see the bullpen for the visitors, or for the visitors here. You can't see the home team bullpen either. That's how to play that left field line as well. Just rock that game in as well. 2-1 Redhawks. We're through 1.5 on KSK.
Wait, how did I miss that? That they had scored 2. My God. Face-off will come to the right of Bobrovsky. Face-off's one. Puck sent off the boards there to Bouchard. Here's Ekholm, takes a shot save made by Bobrovsky. Puck will roll into the corner there. Corey Perry will take it there. Rodriguez now with it. Now Draisaitl with it out towards the blue line there for Bouchard. Bouchard drives. Shot got blocked there in front. Kulikov with it back behind the net. McDavid trying to get it off. Puck sent out towards center ice there for Bouchard. Bouchard taken away. Here's Verhaeghe with it. Verhaeghe's shot went wide of Skinner. Puck taken down there by Bouchard. Up the right side, Bouchard feeds it on out towards center. Tipped Verhaeghe with it. Here's Forsling, now Draisaitl. Here's McDavid, and on Bobrovsky, and a nice poke check by Bob. Here's Reinhart with it there at the blue line. Reinhart dumped in Seth Jones. Now here's Barkov with it, sending it wide of Stuart Skinner. Barkov with it back behind the net. Ekblad down there for Henrique. Henrique in a scramble for. 7 minutes left to go here in this first period. There's a shot. Went up high and wide and out of play. Just a hair under 7 minutes left to go here in this first period. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. Oh crap, that's not what I wanted to do. This commercial break sponsored by Samsung.
Go ahead and take your day with the Neo QLED 8K. With glare-free technology, even smarter with smart things.
Decisions. Do I want good, rich flavor or one that's lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King?
Wait. Now one cigarette gives you both. Pall Mall Gold. Newest U.S. government figures show Pall Mall Gold 100s now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. Longer, yet now lower in tar than the best-selling Filter King. You make out better at both ends with Big Tip Pall Mall Gold. Tastier, milder. Pall Mall menthol, too.
Hey! I'm the new adjustable Gillette Techmatic razor.
I'll give you the closest shave you've ever had in your life. Remember my name. The new adjustable Gillette Techmatic Razor.
Welcome back, everybody. 6:57 left to go in the first period. Florida with a 1-0 lead over Edmonton right now. Florida, I'd say they've been the better team here to start things out in this first period. Edmonton, they're 5-1, facing elimination in this postseason. First time. Oh, Chris Knobloch's 5-1. Okay, I was gonna say that made no sense what that graphic was trying to say. Here's Nosek winning the draw somehow, although he was falling to his knees and begging, please. I'll tell you that much. Kulikov with it down there into the corner. Kulikov in a scramble forward there with Brett Kulak. Here's Godjovic, sent out towards center ice there. Nosek. Odd angle shot went wide. Now taken there by Darnell Nurse at center. Nurse feeds it on over across there for Brett Kulak. Kulak there at center. Tipped down into the corner. There Marchand with it. Marchand in the corner. Sent into the hands of Podkolzin in a scramble for. Marchand trying to poke it free. Cannot. Puck will roll back behind the net there. Spun around Bobrovsky. Nate Schmidt now will take this one. Schmidt. 6 minutes left to go here in this first period. Puck sent off the boards out towards center ice there for Jake Wallman. Wallman. There now Losterinen. Up, he fell down. And now here's Nugent Hopkins. Nice pass across to Kapanen. He could not connect for a shot. Kapanen off the boards on out. Jake Wallman kept in. Kapanen, nice shot save made by Bobrovsky from Nugent Hopkins. Now Lundell with it back behind the net down there in the corner. Sent out towards center ice, Jake Wallman with it. Wallman. Well, just stay there in the circle. Audience, or well, I call it the audience. The crowd doesn't seem to like that very much. Perry will dump it back in behind the net. Here's Seth Jones with it down back behind the net. Corey Perry sent into the hands there. Draisaitl all over Bouchard. Back behind the net, McDavid. Behind the net, Draisaitl. Can't get there. Ekholm with it now. Here's Marchand with it. Cannot be played, McDavid. Now taken for Hagee out towards center ice for Hagee. Back behind the net is Stuart Skinner. Skinner plays it around the boards. Now Bennett with it, poked up into the air. Bennett for Hagee, back to Bennett. Takes a shot save made by Skinner. Rebound by Tkachuk went wide. For Hagee, now taken there by Bouchard. Now Tkachuk right out there in front. Pass across, cannot connect with for Hagee. My goodness. There's a shot by Perry. It was stopped there by Bobrovsky. Now it's Jeff Skinner with it. Skinner on back there for Brett Kulak at the blue line. Kulak feeds it on. Skinner, shot went wide. Bobrovsky, now it's Tkachuk with it off the boards. And into the bench, I thought, yeah, with 4:07 left to go here in this first period. We'll take a break. We'll be back. Don't go anywhere. After this commercial break, sponsored by Printful.
At Printful, we believe inside every one of us is a brand. Just waiting to be brought to life. An idea that can go iconic. A design that people want to wear. Printful has all you need to turn your ideas into real-life products. You bring the passion. We print, ship, and give you the tools to sell. Unleash your inner brand with Printful. Get started for free today.
When we began working with travel agents on European tours. literally hundreds of tours to Europe. No matter where you want to go, no matter how much time you have to spend, nor how much money you have to spend. With so much to choose from, it should be very easy for you and your travel agent to find the perfect TWA tour for you. And now's the perfect time to plan it. Come in and take a tour of our tours.
Welcome back, everybody. 4:07 left to go here in this first period. Florida with a 1-0 lead. Face-off will come to the right here of Sergei Bobrovsky. Face-off's won by Rodriguez down there in the corner. Taking there Nugent Hopkins and a scramble for. Into the hands there of Kachuk. Sent out towards center ice. Picked up there by Darnell Nurse. Nurse with it. Sends it off the boards. There now for Trent Frederick. Behind the net. Kulak will take this one. Kulak out towards center ice. Mishandled there by Henrique. Now it's Seth Jones with it back behind the net. Jones feeds it on Nico Mikula. Mikula sent off the boards out towards center ice. Cannot be handled there by Rodriguez. Now it's Marchand with it. Puck will be sent down there into the corner. Taking Gustav Forsling with it. Forsling. Nice pass there to Losterinen. Tries to get past Klingberg. It rolls back behind the net there for Marchand. Marchand pass across. Cannot connect with Stuart Skinner. Puck sent off the boards out towards center. Batted down there by Kulikov. Up for grabs. Up. A hand pass is called. Excuse me. Uh-oh. Are we running into internet problems, I wonder? Okay, I think we're okay. Thought maybe we were going to be going off the air there for a second, but nope, we got it all situated, folks. Face-off will come right in front of the Florida bench. Face-off's won. Puck will be sent back behind the net there of Stuart Skinner. There, Podkolzin with it now. Podkolzin into the corner. Picked up there, Jake Wallman. Podkolzin with it. Sent there towards the blue line there. Klingberg. Down into the corner there. Podkolzin with it. Puck set between the legs there. It rolls all the way down. Ice and icing for Ekholm. 2:21 left to go. Shake it, shake it, shake, shake, shake it. Really nice stops there. Barkov will take the draw with Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins wins the draw. Puck will roll out towards the blue line. Off the boards, down into the corner. There's Nate Schmidt with it. And a scramble for. Puck is in a scramble for. Kapanen will send it back in behind the net there. Of Reinhardt now. Reinhardt tipped there. Schmidt off the boards. Into the air out towards center there for Barkov. And a scramble for Darnell Nurse with it. Nurse. And a scramble for Barkov. Puck poking away here for Hagee. Now comes up with it. Feeds it on. Reinhardt back behind the net. Darnell Nurse is there back behind the net. Nurse off the boards. Back out there Evander Kane and a scramble for. There's Mikko Mikula. Puck sent back down into the corner. Mikula will take this one. Mikula takes a shot. Got deflected behind the net there for Marchand. Marchand there now for Hagee off the boards. Out there for Seth Jones. Jones. Down there in the corner. Barkov, nice pass across, just went wide. from Marchand. There's Marchand there out towards center ice. Into the hands of Lundell. Lundell takes a shot, went wide. Puck will roll into the corner there for Marchand. 1 minute left to go here in this first period. Lundell trying to keep it in. He cannot. Bouchard with it now. Poked away. Losterinen out towards center. Here's Losterinen with it. Pass on out there. Tkachuk scores! Matthew Tkachuk! It's 2-0. My goodness, Matthew Tkachuk. That'll be his, let's see, 8th goal on the postseason. Boy, oh boy. Whoa, baby. Icing is called with